Good evening. The inquest into the Plymouth mass shootings today heard police officers in charge of gun licence applications were not given effective training to do their jobs. Jurors were also told firearms licensing officers should have obtained a medical report from the gunman's GP before approving his licence. Sam Blackledge has more.
Today we heard very detailed evidence about the police's firearms licensing department. They ultimately decide whether or not somebody can have a licence to own a weapon. It became clear there were several problems with that department at the time of the Plymouth shooting. We heard that there was no national training programme for firearms licensing officers and a lack of training locally as well, despite the fact that Devon and Cornwall has the most amount of gun licences in the whole of the UK. We also heard the police did not get a medical report from Jake Davison's GP before granting his original gun licence, despite the fact that he declared he had autism and ADHD. Chief Superintendent Roy Linden from the police admitted that according to Home Office guidance at the time, that medical opinion should have been obtained but wasn't. Now, another issue is that you might remember the G7 summit of world leaders took place in Cornwall near St Ives in June 2021. That was just a few weeks before the Plymouth shooting. And today we heard from Superintendent Cara Sherwood. She said that at the time the firearms licensing team was fundamentally understaffed and stretched too thin. She said she tried to get more staff but was unsuccessful due to pressures such as COVID and the G7. She said she was frustrated that one of her senior colleagues went off to plan the G7, was, in her words, distracted completely and was not replaced. She said this meant the chain of command in the department effectively disappeared. We'll hear more from the inquest here on Monday morning. Sam Blackledge, ITV News, Exeter Racecourse.